Hello, this is Callista, also known as Magical Girl Me, and welcome to my Lolita fashion channel. Guardians on my Patreon know that I've been working on 2 videos for you. I recently purchased Wonder Toy by Angelic Pretty in the pink OP, and I was very excited to do an unboxing and review. Let's go to the tape. So there's really pretty lace at the top with the little bow and AP. There's tons of little details of cookies and crowns and a drink me bottle and rabbit, the white rabbit. Gorgeous, right? So what's the problem? My dream dress that I've been searching for 5 years didn't fit. It didn't fit. It happens. We're in a fashion hobby. It's going to happen. But when it happens to a dress that you've been looking for actively for years, it's a little bit harder, I feel like, than if you just happen to find something that is supposed to fit. So today, instead of doing my unboxing and review of this dress, am going to go over my process on how to deal with something that I buy in Lolita fashion that isn't a good fit for me. Step 1, identify what the issue is. What about this piece isn't working for you? Is it the colorway, the cut, the size, the length? Identifying what it is you aren't thrilled about with this piece is really important. Step number 2, now that you've identified what you don't like about the piece, let's go through and see if it's something that you can work with. Is it just a minor thing that you can fix with maybe stain remover if it's damaged or a little bit of sewing? Can you wear it in a different way and still feel confident about how you feel in the piece? Can you use an underskirt or an overskirt, or even just adding a simple bolero? If it doesn't fit, is it something that you would opt to have altered? In the case of this OP, I decided it wasn't worth it for me to have it altered because it was completely shirred. I want to give the person I'm having alter the piece ample fabric or something to work with, and I feel like that would be a lot to overhaul in order for it to work for me. My particular issues with this piece for my body was the shoulder width was not wide enough. So even with smaller measurements, it just wouldn't fit anyway because there wasn't any give for the shoulders. The second piece was that the gathered material in the bust, because I happen to be very busty, so not only just across but also downwards, it just wasn't a flattering style for my body. Also, while I could kind of go around that with adding a bolero to the piece and a underskirt, where it hit right under my bust just wasn't very comfortable and it wasn't flattering. So it didn't seem like I would be able to have it altered. That does not mean that I am not going to get the Wonder Toy JSK at some point and have that altered. I think with it being a jumper skirt and having similar cuts from Angelic Pretty that have been altered, and I love the way I look in them, I feel confident in buying that one instead. And lastly, step 3. If it's not something you're able to fix or willing to fix, it sounds like going to another home would be a better solution. So yes, you did get a piece that you love that just does not work for you, and yes, you're going to have to probably go through the steps of having to list it for sale, having someone buy it, having to package it and send it off. Because even if you sell it for the same price that you bought it, probably shipping and PayPal fees will still take a hit to your bank account. And I totally know that that is super hard, and it's really easy to feel like, oh, I am really disappointed in myself. Why doesn't this work? And kind of be down about yourself. But you have to remember too that this happens to everyone. It happens to people in our fashion, but it also happens to normal people who just happen to not try something on in the store and they get it home and they're like, this doesn't work for me. I know it's frustrating, but there are pieces out there that will make you feel amazing in them and will be comfortable for you to wear. There'll also be pieces that you love that you can have altered to fit, and that works too. I hope this video was helpful. Feel free to follow my Lolita fashion adventures on my website or my social media. Thanks so much for watching, and remember to stay frilly.